Welcome to the news and why it matters. I am Sarah Gonzalez, and it is our 1000th episode. So you're going to see that this show looks a little bit different than all of our other shows. And I know, look, this is a news show, so we need to get to the news of the day. But before we do that, I wanted to bring the man, the myth, the legend, the one and the only Glenn Beck here to talk with me, because this was our journey that we started out with together. And I just wanted to kind of talk with you about whether or not you even remember starting this show. You've done about 1 million things since then.
I remember picking you. I remember naming it. I don't remember the first episode.
Yeah. Do you remember the old set?
No.
Really?
No, I don't. Where
I
was
love
it?
that. Well, it was across the hall in, what was it, stage 19?
Okay, yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah.
Stage 3.
Everything is such a blur to me now, you know. Everything is so fast. But I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of what you've done, what this show has achieved. This is, you know, we started with, I think, just the boneheads of the morning show. And, you know, I see such smart people coming through the building now, and just to be on this program, and it's good. It's really good.
I appreciate that. You know, it's interesting because you run into a lot of people and have a lot of different conversations about what you do for a living. And a lot of people often ask, you know, is it difficult? Is it, you know, it's so crazy how you can think on your feet like that. How do you do that? And I always think back to when we first started the show. And, you know, I was on Dana's show before. I did a little bit of TV, but I never hosted my own show. And I remember when we were planning it, I thought that we were going to use prompter for me. And I found out that you did not want me to use prompter. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, damn you, Glenn Beck. You are setting me up to fail because there's no way I can do this. Yeah. And in hindsight, I tell everyone this. I'm like, the best thing that was ever done for me was when Glenn Beck told me I could not use prompter. The very best thing. And I remember the conversation vividly, because you said, I don't want you to be one of those talking heads that sit around on TV and they read a script, and if that goes away, they know nothing. Yeah.
That came from years of being across the table from morons. That had absolutely no interest. You know, they would read the prompter and they would say exactly what is on the screen, and that's really fascinating. And so my first question to you is, and they'd keep looking at the prompter while the camera moved over to the person they're interviewing, me in the case, and it was just like, good heavens, because there was no honest, wait a minute.
Right.
What?
Right. Yeah, because they're just reading the next line that they're supposed to say.
I was so sick of that.
Yeah. So I just, I often reflect back on that, and I just wanted to thank you for that, because it was really, truly the best thing that anyone ever could have done for me in my career.
Usually the worst things at the time are the best things in the long run.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you don't really remember much about the first episode, the old set. I think you finally maybe remember a little bit of, but we put together a little bit of a little montage of some of our moments, some of them from way back when, some of them kind of, you know, going throughout the years. So let's go ahead and play that if we can. Watch. Hi, and welcome to the news and why it matters. We are so excited to be with you today, digging into the news and why it matters. Why should you care? We're here to tell you. So, Glenn.
The last thing he did was Pirates of the Caribbean. It's run for 51 years, okay? Do you know how many women and how many girls we have affected and harmed? And they are still they might be 46 years old, but they are still crying, seeing the rapes of the pirates, seeing where they're selling them for brides. Now,
they're selling
the women
in the ride
for brides.
Oh, okay.
The real women.
No. The robot. Please don't laugh. I am here to protect you, okay? You're apparently too damn dumb to protect yourself from these robotic pirates who have been selling the same women over and over every 2.5 minutes for 51 years, okay? So they're pulling them out. They're
No way.
Yes, they are redoing. Now, pillaging? Fine. Raping? No.
Deborah Messing, in order to celebrate National or International Women's Day, put out a picture of these cupcakes that were in the form of a vagina. And people got really hacked off at her.
One of those.
I'll get you the website right after this. But people were mad at her, and it wasn't because it was crass and crude and their kids could look at it. It was because she didn't celebrate women without a vagina. Like, there are no women without a vagina. If you're a woman, you've got one.
This is the best News of Life Matters we've ever had.
Glenn, your top story.
I just think that there's a lot of people that think it's creepy that a guy would just, hang on just a second.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people would think it would be creepy that the president or a vice president or anybody would play with a woman's hair. And think that's weird. He's a man of power, and I don't think that anybody should have a problem with it. He just likes that, and so do women, right? Yes, I do. I love that.
No.
Loves that. Remember, no dating until you're at least 31. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say for future lawsuits, at no point did Glenn ask her permission.
Thank you so much for prying yourself away from opening day coverage to do the show today. We really, really appreciate it.
This is the opening day for America's team, the Toronto Blue Jays.
I went to the bank to draw out a month's worth of money, and I came out with twice as much. I don't know how that works, but apparently if you wear a mask in the bank, they're very generous.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Funny how that works.
I don't think this will bother anybody.
Don't you love how he calls me Jaco? How he makes me Spanish?
What?
I'm Spanish. I'm Spanish. This.
Is it not Jaco?
It's Jaco.
No,
Jaco.
Well,
I'm from Jaco. I always say Jaco. I guess it's Jaco. Excuse me.
I'm Spanish.
He's used to
I'm
all of
Mexican.
the illegal immigrants coming
That's
over.
right.
From
Jaco.
So.
I say Jaco.
Hey, listen, I am from south of the border, just way south.
Glenn, what was the top story?
Well, I have two.
Okay.
First one, Sarah's getting married.
Congratulations. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
This is the top story, I think.
Look at the ring. Is
shiny.
it an oil tycoon?
I have a little announcement I need to make. I posted on social media, but for those who missed it or perhaps do not follow me on social media, you should. That's the announcement. Just kidding. My husband and I are expecting a little one. Now, this is not a quarantine fail. This was before the coronavirus quarantine measures were put forth. I am Sarah Gonzalez, today joined in studio by Stu Bergier, who apparently is also expendable like I am.
Yeah, they don't.
And so we're just here.
It's true. They don't care at all. They're just throwing us to the wolves.
It's funny because they call us, I guess we're considered essential because non-essential people who non-essential to the studio are working from home. But I feel like it's the reverse.
Yeah, like the people they want to protect, they leave at home.
They leave at home,
Healthy.
right.
And then us, they're like, who cares if they die?
You know who stole your lunch. And that person is said, everyone else knows that someone stole it. And they see you come out of the little tape viewing.
Why do you keep looking at Pat when you're...
No, I just say this because I know the pain of having somebody steal your shrimp fried rice. I have also experienced this loss.
So gross. Order this.
This was just a few days ago, right here at the Blaze, the Mercury Studios, Dallas, the Blaze. I was shrimp fried riceless that day.
We made this cake today. It looks like a poor man's version of this, and I'm sorry, I licked it a lot, and I did chew on it a little bit too and eat some. Anyway,
get that, kids. the heck up out of that public education system.
I don't know what more I can say about this other than get your kids the hell out of these public education systems. I mean, it's...
Eric's like, I don't really care what it does. Get your kids the hell out of public schools either way.
There you go. You said it for me. Get them out. That way it won't
abolish
even
them,
matter.
Eric.
And then abolish them. I think
abolish
that's
them,
our
Eric.
truth.
Squirrel! 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 Squirrel!
All right.
Well,
that's it for us.
Bring back any memories, Glenn.
No, but I will never be able to unsee that. I'll never be able to unsee
No
that.
memories, just things that you didn't want to
Just things I really blocked. I think I blocked them.
see. Well, we've shared a lot of really, really fun moments throughout the years. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I just want to thank you one more time for
It's great.
taking a chance on me, taking a chance on the concept of the show. And it's been a great ride.
Here's to the next 1,000 episodes.
Amen. I want to be where you are, which is probably like 1 million episodes.
If I did one every day for 45 years, just the radio, it's 45,000 episodes of just the radio.
And that's like one tiny slice of what you do.
Yikes, I don't want to count.
Well, all right, so we've got more coming up after the break. First, we want to thank our sponsor, Birch Gold. Look, I don't have to tell you, if you're watching this program, if you're listening to Blaze TV, you know there is a lot of global upheaval. You've got Russia's invasion of Ukraine. You've got all of these sanctions on Russia and Russian trade. They are going to have really big ripple effects across the world, including right here in the United States. Obviously, it's not just at the gas pump. You guys know this. You're going to the grocery store. You're paying these grocery prices. They are insane. By the way, President Biden even says we're going to have food shortages. So inflation is skyrocketing. The dollar is becoming worth less every day. You got to transition some of that nest egg that you are constantly earning. It's your money. You got to transition it to something of worth with gold and silver from Birch Gold. Birch Gold can help you convert an IRA or a 401k into a tax-sheltered account in gold and silver. Do not wait. You are going to lose money. This is money that you have earned. You want to keep it. You can get started now. Text the word Y to 989898. That is the word Y to 989898. All right, the boss is gone, which means now the party can begin. We've got a party going on here. I've got a bunch more people in studio ready to go. We've got Stu here, of course, host of Stu Does America. We've got Pat Gray, host of Pat Gray Unleashed. We've got Jason Buttrell,
Host of nothing.
Host of his own whatever. But you guys were here from the beginning. From day one, maybe not day one for you, but you were like
pretty close.
Yeah, he was the fill-in. Anytime anyone needed to be excused for any reason. We've also got that's not all. We've got over there on the other side of the set. We've got Chad Prather, host of the Chad Prather Show, and we've got Eric July, Blaze TV contributor, and of course Jaco Bujans, also Blaze TV contributor, and we're ready to have some fun. Oh, by the way, I want to introduce you guys to my friend Jose. This will be Jose, and he will be joining us for the day. And I am Hispanic, so we can do this. It's still allowed. So I want to hear you guys' reaction. You know, you guys just watched the montage that we just played. I talked to Glenn about. Let me talk to you guys at the table first. Do you guys even remember? Actually, I'm going to call you out, Pat, because Pat was actually, as we were watching it, he was like, was I a part of this show? From
the beginning, like I was one of the founders of the show.
Yes. It's good that it made such an impact on you.
It did, yeah, it really did. Well, you could tell it was about 80 pounds ago. So, and when was it? Was it 20?
It was 2018. February of 2018 was when we started.
I didn't remember any weight loss in 2018, but I think there was clearly some. So maybe it's time again. That's what sparked in my mind most. But it was fun to see. It was fun to see the old topics and the old people and those who are too good for the show now and won't show up anymore. And it was fun. Good walk down memory lane.
Yeah, and the old set.
Yeah, the old set. In fact, this thing survived. Our centerpiece here.
It's actually very objectively ugly.
Yeah, it was. It was a topic of conversation from like day one on this show.
But Glenn insists on there being green on every set, and there's green.
It
would be weird if it wasn't here now.
No, yeah.
It's got to stay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's the thing that identifies the centerpiece, the weird broccoli centerpiece that we have, is what identifies this show. I think more than any of us individually, it's the broccoli / cauliflower in the middle.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's interesting to watch those old clips. I since then have had a good amount of reverse plastic surgery, to make myself look older and worse.
Right.
And it's worked out well. I think that the doctor would be happy with the progress I've made from those photos.
I think COVID did it to all of us.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
it's just, speaking of people who looked like babies in those clips, Chad Prather, which by the way, you do get the special award for being the only person to go shirtless on this program.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think I should do every one of these episodes shirtless every opportunity
I have a feeling
can.
some audience members will agree.
Pat talks about losing or gaining weight. I always talk about gaining weight, but I look at myself shirtless and I was like, nope, always been fat.
Eric and Yaku, you guys, look, you haven't been with us from the beginning, but you guys have been a staple in our program for a while now, and we had to get you guys in there.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, by the way, me saying the same thing over and over about public education system. It certainly lets me know and the audience know that I'm very consistent on that issue, for sure. But no, look, being a staple of this is big to me, definitely considering how long that I've been around, like with Blaze doing other various shows. And then this was kind of the last one that I never did, and then I did it, and then now I can't get off of it. So that works out certainly for me, but obviously it's such a part of the week for what it is that I do, and I absolutely love it.
Yaku.
Yeah, no, what an honor. It's a blessing, and it's good to be with this man often and Crazy Cowboy. It helps, and it's good to see that the show had some levity from the beginning. Yeah. And it's still there. I wish people could see the in between the takes when we break the commercial, what goes on here. But all I can say is get your kids up out of here.
Yes. I do feel like Eric has been vindicated. We talk about this on the program all the time, but the last 2 years being a libertarian, it's like every single thing that's happened, he's like, I've been telling y'all this for freaking years. Now you're finally listening. Jason, I wondered if you noticed that you were not in that montage.
That's just kind of something all the marketing always left off.
Yeah,
which is kind of a thing.
It was a
but
thing.
I was there since almost day one.
You were.
I saw something that hit me hard was just seeing Doc Thompson there. He is so missed.
Yeah.
And I remember it was funny. He'd be always coming to me, like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it again. I'm like, dude, again? It's like, can you fill in for the news and why to me? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Well, we didn't want to leave you out. We didn't leave you out on purpose, I should say. We decided to give Jason his own montage because we thought that it deserved a montage of its own just to look at Jason's hair or lack thereof throughout the years. Let's watch that.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. Different directions.
Isn't that crazy?
So
Keeps working.
Wow. There's some.
Getting there.
There's some.
Getting there.
Whoa. It's gone again. It's gone again.
That's a lot of looks here, Jason.
I think we're almost there. We are almost
There
to
was
the
a lady
evolution.
at an event we did, a company event, and she goes, Jason, can I please touch your hair? I don't know what happened, but can I please touch it? I was like, touch away, baby. She was like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
I was like, just like going like this, and she was touching my hair, and I was like, thanks, Keeps.
I like it.
So thanks, Keeps, really, because Jason's hair does look amazing.
Thanks,
It's been
Keeps.
quite the transformation.
Yep.
We'll make sure to send that video to Keeps and be like, yo, be a sponsor for life, because we just promoted you big time. So this is a news program. I want to make sure to get at least one topic into the program, which is what happened with the Easter egg roll over at the White House. It was kind of a disaster if you are watching whether or not, or trying to find out whether or not our president is actually alive.
Unfortunately, I think the answer is no, based on what we're seeing here. So Jill Biden, obviously his main handler throughout this event. She's constantly being seen trying to pull him, trying to tell him what to do. Let's watch Jill tell Joe as he is sitting there trying to figure out what they're going to do next. She tells him, just sit. Watch.
Okay, just stay.
She's telling me just sit, don't move. She's a teacher.
I'm the teacher, you know.
It's just that I'm a teacher. I'm just going to tell him to sit. Well, how about this one when they are waving from the window after President Biden was done speaking, and Jill has to tell Joe Biden to wave. Watch.
Welcome to the South Lawn. Thank you and happy Easter. All right.
Wait.
He doesn't know how.
No, he doesn't. And if that wasn't bad enough, here is the Easter Bunny himself having to go and grab Joe Biden when he is asked a question about, I believe it was about Afghanistan. It was a foreign policy question, and he starts to answer, and the Easter Bunny comes and interrupts him. Watch.
Pakistan should not, and Afghanistan should be people.
Oh, the Easter Bunny, Mr. President.
Nope. Hey, Joe, we're going to take you right over here.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and if you think that was a coincidence, it was not. This was apparently what the assistant communications director over at the White House. So yes, they did have their communications people in disguise playing the Easter Bunny just to make sure that they could keep Joe Biden from saying something stupid. Now, I want to get your thoughts, but there's 6 of you, right? So we do have a buzzer. I want to get your thoughts in 1 minute. If you go over a minute, you will hear that shot clock buzzer, which will indicate that you need to shut up. So we're going to do something and go in reverse here. So, Jason, I'm going to go with you. What are your thoughts?
I tell you, Glenn has had me doing tons of research.
Dang. You got hair, but no respect.
So Glenn has had me doing tons of research to find out who actually is in charge of this White House, who's running it. And if we finally know, we found that tweet, we found some other things. The Easter Bunny is running the White House. They should just make this permanent. Like this, with this ridiculous president, it wouldn't seem out of place just to have an Easter Bunny following him around, hurting him, making sure he doesn't slip up and say stupid stuff.
Only bring him out.
Make it permanent.
Only bring him out when there is a holiday with a cute character attached.
No, NATO summit. Bring the Easter Bunny with you. Make sure he doesn't say something dumb.
Just the Easter Bunny. All right, you made it before we got to buzz you off, Pat.
I love the fact that there seems to be a contingency plan for every single appearance that he makes because he's always going off script and he's always doing something other than what they want him to do. And you know what it's like in the White House. Every time he goes out, it's like, Mr. President, don't answer any questions. Just turn around and walk away. Don't listen to the reporters. Go from the helicopter to the door. And don't look at anybody. Don't stop. Don't talk. And invariably, he stops and talks, or at least he used to. Now
and says he'll get in trouble.
Yeah, right. And he did get in trouble, and I think he's tired of getting in trouble now. And so, but it was kind of fun to see him do the old thing where he has to go over and talk about Afghanistan. I heard the word mentioned. I don't know what he was saying about it, but they had to be in an absolute panic because the guy is brain dead.
I mean, really, truly, still.
You're gonna have the kids going out there looking for Easter eggs and the Easter egg hunt. And while you're out there, maybe if you see Joe's keys to the White House, the nuclear codes, if they happen to be out there, he's lost those. Hunter's laptop.
Say his brain.
His brain could be sitting out there at any point. This is scary and it's constant. Both of those things are, it's also funny, but that's the least of it. I mean, it really is terrifying that the person running our country has to be escorted away from the press by the Easter Bunny. That should not be a sentence that is uttered on a news program.
It would be funny if you weren't the leader of the free world.
Yeah, it's like a laugh so you don't cry.
I would like a parallel presidency. Maybe we can have a real president who does the job and have this one that's just like a funny show that we can kind of all tune in on occasionally.
Yeah. I feel like the music for Jason's montage should have been used for all of those Joe Biden clips, I think. Chad.
I'd like to hear what's going on in everybody's ear. You know, when Joe's out. The eagle is on the lawn. The eagle is on the lawn. The eagle is speaking. The eagle is loose. He's gone rogue. Easter Bunny in. Easter Bunny in. Jill put his eggs back in your purse. Because we know that's where Joe's eggs are. 100%. It's scary.
It is really scary. Eric.
Yeah, I mean, just to let you know, he's obviously not the guy that's in charge. He's just kind of there as a, I don't know, placebo, or just a person that's just kind of in his own freaking realm to where everybody, including his freaking wife, has to let everybody know, like, what the hell is going on, or rather what's going on to him. And it's quite bizarre to watch because everybody knows there's a problem here, even the people that supported him, or rather election fortified, and all of that. Like, they know that this is not a man that's in his right mind, yet we still allow this kind of charade to go on. And I certainly would be embarrassed if I were them. But, you know, this is a show for me. Like you mentioned earlier in the show, these last couple of years, especially since he's gotten in office, has just proven me right on virtually anything. So I like it. I say keep it going. Let's get far more ridiculous, and let's make a mockery of this entire system. I'm all for that.
Yeah, Yaku.
Barack Obama was asked, would you like a third term? And he said, it would be great to have a stand-in. You know, someone I can, and this is, I quote, and just speaking to their ear, which is exactly what we have. He's running the White House, and Joe. And isn't it funny that they missed the whole point of Easter with a bunny? And then I'll close with this. Joe sees the bunny and he runs away. What do you think, Joe, about all your drag queen, transgender people you send to all the kids? They're equally scared. So maybe we need to send him to those drag queen story hours and get the bunny creep up on him a little bit. Maybe he'll sniff less hair like Glenn did in the segment.
Or maybe he'll sniff more hair. We don't really know.
Yeah, whatever he's into, he's into.
Yeah.
He'll sniff a hair.
All right, so we've got more
call
fun
rabbits.
planned, but we got to take a quick break. We'll be back.
Was that a bunny joke?
That was a bunny joke.
It was a bunny joke. I knew it.
All right, we played musical chairs here, so we're swapping out who is at the kids' table, who is at the main table.
Whoa, we started
was
the
a kids' table?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't tell us that when we came in here.
No way.
Well, I wanted you to do the show. So
I thought we were sitting higher. That meant something. You know, now they're higher.
I thought it was like the old guard and new guard kind of thing.
Yes, now they're ending high. You see what she's doing here?
Well, hold on. The show's not over yet. You never know
Oh, we're
what else is
flipping
going to
again.
happen.
Okay.
But so here's what I have not seen these. So our producer decided to have us play a game. This is going to be a drinking game for those of us. Look, if you're not drinking, just drink your other drink. All right, that's fine.
And to be clear,
you can be
Yaku-
more moral than us. That's
Yaku
fine.
and Eric don't drink.
Yeah. Well, and Pat.
Pat doesn't drink.
Yeah, I know. Well,
But
because
Pat's at a whole different table. They're responsible for him.
they're like more morally sound than
Water.
we are. That's fine. But we have these Libs of TikTok clips, I guess, and I haven't seen them. I don't know what they are. And the rule is, if anyone reacts to it, you can't roll your eyes, you can't smile, you can't laugh. I mean, you can, but if anyone does, then everyone has to drink. So
now I'm glad I don't drink because I
those
would
are the
be.
rules.
I
Well,
would have
those are
to
the
drink the
rules.
whole
I
time.
didn't make the rules. I'm just.
play them clips.
So let's go ahead and I guess are we doing one by one? Is that what we're doing? Control. Okay. All right. So let's watch the first one.
Hi, my name's Az and I'm a preschool teacher. So my classroom celebrates diversity. It's probably my favorite thing to teach. We usually use kids' books to talk about this kind of thing. Recently we started wearing pronoun pins and the kids get to pick a new pronoun pin every day. We have some that pick like she, her every single day, and we have some that change it up. So diversity is really important in my class. So I recently realized that there's a whole lot of really amazing figureheads and people to look up to in this world who aren't white or straight or male or have what have you, and that we should learn a little bit more about these people.
I have a what have you.
What was that? Or have a what have you?
But I have one.
What have you?
A thingamajig from a whatchamacallit.
You got the gear shifter and the ball bearer.
A doohickey, whatever.
Okay. Did we pass control room?
Oh man.
Did we pass?
No, you smiled, Sarah.
Oh, you blamed it on me. It's my 1000th episode. All right, fine. Okay. Well, everyone has to drink because I ruined it. So that's what we do here.
Whoa,
yeah, that's what I just said.
That's how it works.
Or
water.
Drink your water.
Keep it coming.
It's teamwork here at the News and Why It Matters. All right, here we have a.
Oh God.
Man, I have a lot to say about that one, but I won't.
That was crazy.
Let's watch this next one.
Your ass up and be trans. It seems like nobody wants to be trans these days.
Oh, you messed it up. You messed. Yeah, that was you.
That smile?
Yeah. No, you scowled.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to make any expression whatsoever? I can't win this at all.
Okay, all right, let's watch the rest of it.
Your ass up and be trans. It seems like nobody wants to be trans these days.
That's
so true. You gotta surround yourself with people who are trans.
Yes. That's what we've been saying.
Is that what you've been saying?
Oh gosh, Pat and I have had a movement for a long time trying to surround ourselves with as many trans people as possible. If you are the same gender that you were born with, we completely reject you. We switch almost daily.
Yeah.
Like frogs.
We have 97 trans friends.
Really?
97.
At least 20% of everyone they know.
How do you decide?
That's just in our neighborhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
We moved into
into the same trans
exclusive-
neighborhood.
a
so-
gated community that will only allow trans people in, and us.
It's awesome. It really is.
If you go to a gender reveal party and you bring a gift and later on that child decides they're another gender, do you get a refund?
Get your gift
Great question.
Oh, my gift back.
That's a great question, but Chad did react, so we have to drink.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers. All right, let's watch the next one.
You want to know why personally I don't like this? Because when it's the parents' problem, that's how you get homophobic kids. That's how you get kids like me with internalized homophobia until they're like 18 or 19 because they finally started going to therapy. If my parents had their way, I wouldn't know about the gay community. So when you say it's the parents' problem, understand that the parents are not going to make the best decision. They're not going to educate their kids. If it weren't for public school, I wouldn't know about the gay community. Unless it's a private school, parents need to stay the out of classrooms.
That was
I'm
Sarah.
covering my mouth.
That's Sarah for sure.
Can't hide it.
You
The
can't
parents-
cover your mouth.
For sure.
No one told me that was part of the rules that you couldn't cover your mouth.
No expressions.
Well, you couldn't see because I was covering my mouth. The parents can't.
That's the whole agenda.
I actually agree with it. The parents
tell
make them
themselves.
gay and make them trans today. The parents make them.
That's
I agree,
actually a great point.
I agree with you, crazy woman. It's the
a
parents'
great
fault. They make you gay
How dare you call her a woman? How do you know how she identifies? You have no idea.
because she doesn't have what Chad has.
Oh, whatever.
Or whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever
A
you.
doohickey.
Well,
A shifter.
you know, I've been sitting here thinking about this thing, and you're kind of, I think you're onto something there. You know, if somebody says, a little 8-year-old girl says, "Ooh, boys are gross," and the little boy says, "Oh, girls have cooties," and they're like, "Well, you must be gay."
Yep.
Or
Parents
maybe,
do it.
maybe you're trans. Maybe that's the whole thing. That sounds facetious, but that's literally what's happening in a lot of these environments right now. There's no other way for an elementary school teacher to come in and say, 20 of my 31 students are trans.
Yeah.
Unless you have put that in their head.
Exactly.
Created that narrative.
Gentlemen at the table, at the kids' table, any thoughts?
When I watch TikTok videos, I keep thinking the Chinese Communist Party is winning. This was a brilliant strategy, and they are kicking our ass.
Yeah.
Sadly, I think that you
They
are
want
absolutely
to
correct.
feminize our men, turn us into a bunch of soy boys, beta males, so they can come over here and have their way with our women and grow a whole Mongol horde that's taller.
That girl also.
Well, this is the last of the 1,000 episodes.
Hey, they're feeding their men testosterone. We're feeding them tofu.
It's been fun.
That's what I can tell you.
Jason, what were you going to say?
I'd say that girl also let slip how she was indoctrinated because she said she was indoctrinated in public schools. She called out public schools specifically. And we're doing a show this week. Glenn's doing a show this week on what exactly is happening in public schools, and it's absolutely insane. It's brainwashing. There's no other way to put it. It's
Are
brainwashing.
you using Sarah's 1,000th episode to promote your stupid show?
I was about to say that.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Give Eric an opportunity to talk
You
about
are
school.
talk about indoctrination.
The president,
You're so indoctrinated.
the president has a bunny. Glenn Beck has a Jason.
Oh my gosh, it's true. Thanks a lot, Jason. That's a lot. You're not
I was
invited
giving
to the
exclusive
2000.
info directly to your viewers. Make it a first.
Right. All right. So I'm told that we have one more that we really need to play. So let's watch that.
Baby is gay. Yeah, this is him. He's
Oh,
gay.
geez, let's just drink
I
now.
called up my dad and I said, hey, guess what? Your grandson, gay. Gay, gay, gay. My dad says you can't just say that your baby is gay before he gets a chance to tell us he's gay. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Straight people do it all the time. Little baby boy is born. Oh, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. little baby girl is
Some of them
born.
girls, too.
Oh, you better lock her up when she turns 16. Clearly, people want their children to be straight. Well, my son is gay. Gay. Very gay.
I can't.
Listen.
Okay, can I please just say, for the record, she's saying my baby is gay, but then she's bringing up gender identity, which has nothing to do with the examples that she just said. He's going to be a heartbreaker. She's going to do XYZ when she's like, what does that have to do with being gay?
Well, the baby looks gay to me, but I don't know if that was satire or what it was, but I'm going to go with it.
No, dude, that's the kind of woman you stay away from and don't marry. That's cray-cray. That's a crazy girl.
Well, somebody
That's a
better keep
crazy
in us
chick
all.
right there. Complete.
look,
what I
man,
said before, she made him. She's
Since I'm
telling
black,
you-
I get to be racist. I don't know what it is with these white women, and they seem to be the ones that are leading this whole charge. Because all the TikToks we watched just now, all white. Well, I guess one was a trans person, but white women. Y'all got to get them under control, man. For sure. Like, y'all got to get them under control.
I agree. Eric's
True
right.
that.
I mean, the self-loathing of these white people too is just amazing.
Yeah.
Eric's right, but we're allowed to say that, not you, Eric.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter what Eric says. He's not considered racist. That's just the rules of the game. All
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
That was the recent demographic that didn't regret Joe Biden. Was a college-educated white chick.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I
something
call
wrong.
for
The
a
only ones.
complete and total shutdown of college-educated white women until we figure out what the hell
Canceled.
is going on.
They're all canceled.
All right, we've got it. Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to answer questions from you guys. We'll be right back.
Gotta get them under control.
You're setting a precedent.
I know. It's like Sue's Power Hour. All right, those of you who tweeted questions using the hashtag NewsNY1000, we saw them. We collected them. And now we will answer some of them. Let's start with, Dale. Dale wants to know from you guys, since the Florida bill passed, how many people have been sent to prison for saying the word gay?
All of them.
Really?
The entire population of
It's a
Florida is now in
strict
prison.
law.
Yeah. You've heard about the Japanese internment camps?
Yeah.
Nothing compared to this.
Wow. I had no idea. This is a media cover-up. Gentlemen, at the kids' table.
Complete cover-up. You're from the kids' table.
Oh, there's Biscuit.
1 million people have been sent to jail. We should protest.
1 million. All right, let's go to Ben, who says, love this stupid show. Wait, wrong show for that slogan. I subscribed day one of GBTV. I remember when the slogan was, pardon our dust. Question, if the left can't define a woman, why was it so important to put one on the Supreme Court? Stu, I'm going to go to you first because he did use your slogan, which is love this stupid show.
Which is really a terrible slogan when you think about it.
That was probably, you did not run that past your PR person.
I did not. That was not market tested in any way. We don't know if Joe Biden succeeded on that campaign promise. How could we? Because we need a biologist, first of all, and we even learned that that's not enough. So we'll never know. We'll never know. How could anyone tell what a man or a woman is? We don't.
That's a great point. Anyone at the kids' table?
Yaku?
Yeah, I'm going to say he did not succeed because she's in fact not African American. She's just Black American.
Oh,
You're African American.
He said
Yaku.
African American woman. She's not an African American. So he did not deliver his promise. Joe, you lied again.
They need you, Yaku.
Yeah.
This is.
No, but I would have to go trans, and I don't play that way.
You don't know. I'll knock it till you try it.
So let's go to, let's see, what's our next one we have? Oh, Alex Stein, congratulations on 1,000 episodes. By the way, I read what you guys have to say. Someone had said something about Alex Stein should dress up as Joy Behar and like come on and crash the show. And I was like, if anyone looks anything like Joy Behar and crashes the show, I can't be responsible for what happens next. So maybe not on this particular program. All right, let's go to, and thank you, Alex, by the way. We appreciate your contribution to the show. You're amazing, and thank you. We've got MJ824 who says, if we are going to have food shortages, why isn't anyone in government trying to help increase production on U.S. soil right now? Pat?
It's kind of late for that. That's kind of the problem because we've not been planning ahead really well for this kind of supply chain problem. Yeah, and by the end of the year,
it almost seems intentional, though.
Who knows? I mean, at this point, I would believe anything.
Yeah.
But by the end of the year, we're gonna wish we had planted and fixed soil a long time ago because it's not going to be pleasant.
And to add, being prepared is not what they want. They want us to feel the pain. They want us to cry out for help, and they want to be the ones to give that help. So if we were prepared beforehand, that pain won't happen. So they want to be the people that are saying, here, we're here to give you these loaves and fishes, worship us as the Messiah. That's their original goal, I think.
Chad?
Bill Gates owns all the farmland.
That's true, too.
We're kind of screwed. Especially we're a generation, we think everything comes from the Piggly Wiggly or the Kroger. They don't understand that it actually comes from the soil. So, when you don't invest in anything in terms of your future, it's exactly what Jason said. They want governmental dependence. They want you in debt. They want you in deficit. They want you dependent. And that's exactly what they're getting.
Yeah, Stu.
I was just watching the dog as Chad was answering that question. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
Noodle biscuit. He's so cute.
So cute. And just technically, as far as the supply chain goes, it goes Kroger to Taco Bell to us. So there is that space in between. And
an excellent point.
Taco Bell's going to keep producing food, right? Everything's going to be fine. As long as that's in operation, I think we'll be good.
That's true.
Thank you, Stu, for that insightful
Thank you.
analysis.
This is why you have me on.
It
like
is.
600 to 1,000 episodes.
Let's go to Live Free versus Die, who says, as an unapologetic libertarian, I view leftist Marxist collectivism as a delusional, idealistic, unsustainable philosophy. Considering society today, am I equally delusional to believe implementing true libertarian ideas or philosophy is still possible, realistic, or attainable? Eric, obviously, you are as close to, you're an anarcho-capitalist, as close to a libertarian here as possible. What are your thoughts?
I do think it's possible, but there's going to have to be a legitimate change. Culturally, in order for us to get there. We have all of these young people who are unfortunately adopting like leftism as an economic philosophy of some sort, whether it be state socialism, Marxism, or whatever you want to call it. And we're losing that battle. So, of course, I believe it's attainable, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy, and it doesn't mean that we don't have certainly work to do. But this idea that really all these advocating for is a society where we acknowledge private property rights, absolutely that's attainable and it can exist, but we got work to do.
Yeah. All right, last question. This is from Michael Malice himself. He says he wants to know what the panelists like best about him. He says, what do they like best about me, Stu?
If you've ever gone on Michael Malice's podcast, you're welcome. The last question he asks you is, what was your favorite part of this interview? So that is very much in character for Michael Malice.
Chad?
He's a snappy dresser, usually shirtless.
Oh, you have a thing for
I have a thing for shirtlessness,
type.
especially with men.
Really?
I'm very in touch.
Huh. Interesting. You might want to think of joining those Libs of TikTok.
I have a dog that fits in a purse.
You might be able to put her in your pocket, actually. All right, we've got to take a break. We'll be back.
Dog fits in the hat.
Well, Jose, that was his name, right? Jose decided he wanted to be put to good use. This is a celebration, and I am the local Hispanic. So they told me I need to, Biscuit's in the, I don't want to hurt Biscuit, but I'm supposed to smack this. Eric, it's tax day, and I'm pissed.
Yes, you should.
Tell me why I should be pissed.
They're going to steal a lot of money from you because taxation stiff.
Go crazy, lady.
Come on. Yeah! Taxation is theft.
It is, absolutely.
Let me just tell you, the money that I paid to the government today was You're right. That's right. I said it. I'll wait for the angry email from management. That's fine. You know why? It's episode 1000, and you say what you need to say, but you know what? We preach truth here at the News and Why It Matters. We could not do it without all of these people. We've got, what are you doing? Getting high on helium?
I would never do anything like that on here.
We've got Pac Ray, host of Pac Ray Unleashed. We have Yasha Booyans,
Blaze TV contributor Eric DeLay, Blaze TV contributor Jason Buttrell, host of Nothing, Stu Burkier, host of Stu Does America. You got to do the.
This thing sucks.
The lid. And Chad Prather,
That was
host
pitiful.
of the Chad Prather Show, who also is getting high on helium.
man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Here's to the next 1,000.